autumn leaves. So folks, I'm lucky enough to have some really nice trees in my garden, backyard, or whatever you'd call it. I've planted most of these because I really love gardening. Something you don't know about me, but I do kind of like gardening. I like planting trees and plants and things like that. So I've kind of like over the years, I've added lots of different sort of species, lots of different acers and things, and they're absolutely amazing in like the springtime and also in the autumn as well. And these are the autumn leaves. They're sort of getting closer now to, they're all falling on the ground, but they were all bright reds and yellows and just all sorts going on. Oranges. I mean, look at these. I mean, they're just absolutely, look at that. That is absolutely amazing. I'll tell you where some of these leaves come from later on, if anyone's interested, the types of trees and things. There's a lot of acers in here. There's a lot of cherries in here as well. Different types of cherries. These are like cherry trees, acer trees, which you probably already know. This is a funny name, but I'll find it out later on. Again, another type of acer, but some beautiful leaves. So what I thought we would do is we would kind of like get out the best of these leaves, and then what I want to try and do is try and dry them out so they sort of retain the most of their colour, and then see if we can incorporate them into some kind of project. I've no idea what, but it's the thought that counts, right? Okay, so I've sorted through our leaves. These are the best of the bunch. Look really nice actually, don't they? And we've got the little sort of scrappy ones there. We'll put those back in the garden. But what I need to do now is I need to dry these out, and hopefully we can retain as much of the colour as we can. So let's try that. Oh, it looks beautiful. Okay, so they're in there now, sealed nice and jubbly. We're going to leave that now for a few days, actually a few weeks, to let all the moisture out of these leaves, and hopefully we can come back in a few weeks and we've still retained most of the colour in these awesome, beautiful leaves. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Now folks, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Now I just love this game and all of its champions, especially Baracus the Shifter. And I think the classic arena is probably one of my favourites. But wait, here's the big news. Raid has just launched a super-powered legendary version of everybody's favourite champion, Death Knight. And the best part is everyone can get him for free. All you gotta do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and October the 27th.
You can also use the DK Rises promotion code for a bunch of free items to instantly level up your champion.
The promo code is available for new and existing players. Now folks, all you gotta do is scan my QR code or check out the link in the description.
And you'll get bonuses worth $30, a free epic champion, Ayana, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard.
All this treasure will be waiting for you here.
2,000 years later.
Now, folks, I can't believe that I've actually had this in my workshop for over a year. Okay.
So yeah, this project was started a year ago. More than a year ago. And to do that, often I get into things and then I kind of digress and get into other things. So it's been a while, this one, hence all the dust.
Dust!
Let's crack it open and see what we've got.
And looking at that, actually, is looking quite good so far. And these are really crispy now. Crispy and dry. Look at that. That's quite cool. And that's kind of kept... Oh, got to be really delicate with these though now, because they will just break. So let me get these out of here and let's just see what we can end up with. So here's our leaves, folks. I can't even remember how I did this, but obviously we went a little bit OTT with them because there are loads of them. And at this moment in time, I can't remember what they looked like before. But I mean, I'm pretty pleased with the kind of colours that are still in this. And these silica beads are brilliant. I mean, I know a lot of you have seen what silica beads can do. These are silica beads. You can buy these Amazon and stuff. And they basically take the moisture out and supposed to retain, you know, the leaf's colour or, you know, and kind of form and stuff. So obviously they're all really crusty. There's no moisture in there anymore. They've been there like over a year now. So, or is it over a year, nearly a year? I don't know. I actually think these have been in here over a year. I can't remember now when I did this, but it was a long time ago. So anyway, I'm going to sift through these because we definitely don't need all of this, but we can definitely save some of these for another project, I think. So I'm gonna sift through and get the best ones out of here, and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I've managed to salvage this bunch, and they actually look quite nice. They look quite nice. So yeah, really nice and crispy, some really lovely colours in there. All sorts of different trees and species in there, which is really, really nice. I'm really chuffed actually that it's come out like that. It looks really cool. So I've kind of just picked the best of the bunch out really, just with some really cool colours in there. I mean, look at those, that's pretty spectacular. This one's got like lots of orange in it, and some red and yellow and bits and pieces. So yeah, really, really lovely leaves. And for those of you that don't know, if you follow me on my personal Instagram, which some of you do, some of you don't, but you'll know that I'm a bit of a garden sort of lover, a bit of a green finger man, like my sort of trees and garden, grass, plants, things like that. So this is kind of right up my street. Right, let's get the resin out. Now I'm going to be using my Entropy Resin Slow with this project because, well, I'm going to try and keep it in this size bowl because I want to try and do a bigger, slightly bigger project. Now, unfortunately, I've just tested this and yeah, so that is not going to go in that pressure pot, unfortunately. And that's the biggest pot I've got. I mean, I've got this little one here, and this one is just not going to fit in there. So we're going to have to try and make do with no pressure pot this time. So you can do this, you know, without bubbles. But what you got to try and do is definitely use a slower hardener so it doesn't sort of set quickly. Get your words out, Nick. Come on. And then we need to keep coming back every now and again and just checking it to see if it's got any bubbles. Now, I don't want to put all that in there because there's so much in there. We're going to lose half of it, more than that. So I'm going to empty this for the minute. And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try is put like a base of leafage in the bottom. Let's show you what I'm going to be doing. There we go. So there we go. Right, so I'm going to put a little base of leafage in here. A few different leaves, but not many. There we go. That's probably all we want, really. Well, maybe we'll put that one in there as well. Okay. So I'm going to try and design this. I'm going to try and design it somehow. This might not be easy. Okay, folks, so this is not going to be easy. I'm going to try and attempt a solution so that I don't use as much resin. So we don't have to hog out the whole bowl, because it's pretty big. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge. So I want to try and, I can't put a blank in there like a piece of wood, because it will sink to the bottom, and then I won't be able to kind of have the effect on the bottom with all the leaves and just resin, because I'll have wood in it as well, and it'll be all over the place, and that's no good, really. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and attempt to attach this other bowl sort of floating in this other bowl, so that we can kind of get our resin underneath, so that so that the flowers, not the flowers, the leaves kind of don't rise to the top, hopefully. Do you know what I'm talking about? No? Nor do I. And then we get the resin around the side, we put some leaves and things around the side as well, and hopefully we can just pop that out, and it will be a much easier project to finish as well, and we may well end up then getting the design that we want, where we've got all the nice kind of like leaves all just around the resin, and it looking really cool. Because, as I say, you can't put wood or blank in there. It will just, if it goes to the side, it's going to ruin it. If it goes to this side, it's going to ruin it. It's going to go up, it's going to ruin it. It's going to go down, it's going to ruin it. So, yeah, no good. So I'm going to try and attempt to float this in there. I've got an idea. I should be able to get that floating somehow in there. I've no idea what I've made there, but it looks kind of funky. Right! Oh, well, there's a contraption if you've ever seen one before. It looks kind of like Doc Brown's brainwave analyzer.
Don't say a word.
So, folks, what we are planning on doing here is using this contraption to kind of get the resin and the leafage kind of around. Now, obviously, I've covered this bit up, so it might be a little bit tricky to get the leaves kind of there, inside there where I want them, but I don't know. I'm going to give it a go. I probably should have, well, no, I can't really, because I need you see where I've lifted that up slightly? That's lifted slightly, so the resin will just sit underneath there. So when we take this out, we've got a perfect kind of good chunk of resin, but not too much and not too little. That's the plan anyway, that's the plan. So, anyway, let's start getting these leaves inserted.
Insertion.
And see where we go. Let's do this.
Hello, chicken nugget.
Right,
we have our resin mixed up. Let's get a pouring.
I don't think we're allowed to wear. It's fine, just keep a lookout. What was that? That was me zip.
All right, folks, a little bit of faffing around there. Didn't really need to make those little cardboard bits in the end, because by pushing the bowl down quite a bit more, it's kind of allowed the resin to obviously rise, and we couldn't really put any more resin in there. I'm kind of a bit dubious of the amount of resin I've put in there already, to be fair. But hopefully that'll be all right. I'm going to leave that now overnight, come back and just see if everything's good. Obviously we've got no pressure pot with this one, folks, so, but it's cooled down a little bit here, so as long as it stays relatively cool in this workshop, which it is at the moment, we hope we'll be lucky. Got some bubbles coming up there, so we can always come back tomorrow, because this won't be set tomorrow anywhere near yet, so it takes a good 72 hours at least. So can't really see much at the moment, obviously, but there we go. So I'll see you in a couple of days, folks. Okay, folks, we are back with this. It's been quite a number of days, actually. I just haven't managed to get back in the shed. But for you, it's only been a jiffy. So this has been left for a few days, so let's crack this open. This is definitely going to be set now. So let's see what we got. Oh, I'm excited, actually, to see what this is going to look like. And I really do hope that it looks pretty cool. So obviously we've saved quite a lot of resin by doing this scenario. And probably a bit of time as well. So this may well be one of my shortest videos yet. Who knows, who knows. So I'm just interested to see how this looks, because I've had this for such a long time. Right, let's give this a bit of a knockabout. Oh, there it goes. Look, it starts to pop. You can start to see inside here where it starts to release itself. It's quite satisfying, actually. You can see it there. All just coming out. There she goes. She's going to go. Oh, there she pops. It's like popping a tooth out or something. Come on. Oh, look at the beauty of that. Oh no, I really don't want to do anything with it. Oh, but it's got a bit of tape in there. It's got a bit of blue tape in there. I could have left that. Look at that blue tape. What is that doing in there? I mean, we're gonna turn that anyway. So, but I mean, it looks pretty beautiful already, to be fair. But let's get the rest of it out and let's see what it really looks like. But just look at the funkiness of that. That looks so nice. I just hope that I can get this looking just like this again when we start turning this. I probably would have left that had that not been in there. Oh no! Whew. Yes! That actually looks really, really nice. Doesn't it? It looks so nice. Wow. I mean, had that not been in there, we could have just gone, happy days. I don't reckon it's going to take too much work, to be fair, and I'm hoping that we can kind of leave. I mean, that just looks amazing. Doesn't it, really? That does look really, really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this off so we can get this in a chuck
We're going to obviously have to get this glue out of here. So we're going to have to turn that a little bit in there, make some sort of shape on this. But folks, I'm really hoping this is going to look really, really sexy.
It's a bit winky wonky, but I'm dealing with it. I had to put the mortise in with a drill bit, so it's going to be a little bit winky wonky. Know what I'm saying? I'm so gutted I've got to take off this smooth, beautiful finish that's inside the bowl just because of the blue paper. I didn't finish on the back is obviously better than the bit inside. It's shiny, but it's not as shiny as that. I mean, if you can get your resin, you know, like that without having to finish it, it's always going to be a better finish. But I'm loving this. Oh, the shine on that is cool. You could always just use it like this. Maybe a hat. Well, I know not a lot of you like to stick around to the end, but thank you for those of you that are still here. If you are still here, I just want to say thanks for joining me on the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please smash that subscribe button if you would. And also, a like really does help boost the video and get it seen by more people. If you thought it was worthy, of course. If you're not on the new Makers app yet, please come and join me. The link below is for the new Makers app. It's currently Makers Central app, but hang tight. We are gonna go through a little bit of a rebrand with this app to bring to you some more features and benefits. I just want to say thanks to all my members and Patreons. You are amazing and you keep me doing what I do best. That's not this. I mean, you keep me in the workshop. Know what I'm saying? If the sound's a bit funny, I apologise. I'm testing out a new camera again. And if this one works quality-wise, I will be getting a microphone thingamabob, which I don't have on me at the moment. So the sound quality might not be as good as earlier on in the video. Thanks again, folks. Have a fab, awesome, funky weekend. And I'll see you for the next one. Take care.